What is up, my beautiful peeps, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to the most epic Nintendo Switch 2 unboxing on the internet, okay? Nintendo Switch 2, is it a bust or is it a banger? All right, stay tuned to find out. Also, big shout out if you're coming from my previous video, the Lee and Lee Fans Are Broken video, all right, where I made a warranty claim and it kind of popped off, just like this video, okay? You guys are looking at the next MKB HD. The only difference is I'm just white. Anyways, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, but most importantly, share with your friends because this is awesome. Anyways, all right, as you can see, we have two Nintendo Switch 2s. Now, you may ask, Sam, why the heck do you have two Nintendo Switch 2s? That's a good question, my loyal fan. Anyways, one of you guys can be walking away with this Nintendo Switch 2 at the very end of this video, so make sure to stay tuned to the very end to see how you can be the proud owner of a Nintendo Switch 2. Pretty hard to get right now, so I'd stay tuned if I was you. Anyways, let's get into this clap video. All right, so here we have the Nintendo Switch 2. Let's dig right in and see what's inside. All right. Wow, what an elegant unboxing experience. You don't get this often. Big shout out to Nintendo. By the way, this video is not sponsored. Anyways, let's open it right up and see what we got. All right, look at that. New Joy-Cons, a little accent coloration. Honestly, gotta love it. Hopefully they don't have stick drift because that's the big problem with these guys nowadays. Anyways, so we have the right one. Yeah, honestly, according to my expert feel, this is prone to stick drift, but only time will tell. And here we have the left one, a nice sky blue color. How beautiful is that, guys? Wow, just admire that beautiful blue color and this beautiful reddish orange. Amazing. Anyways, let's set these off to the side and check out the tablet itself. This is what powers the entire Switch system. Beautiful, much larger than the very first one, and that's what we love to see. A nice, big, clean screen, smudge free for now. Anyways, let's set this off to the side and see what else we have in the box. All right, let's see, we have here, seems like there's some manuals in here. All right, so we got the manual. Make sure to read everything, okay? They don't just write this for anybody, okay? Warning, seizures, okay? This thing can cause you to have a seizure, okay? You gotta be careful, okay? So please pay attention to these things. These are very important, okay? All right, what else we got here? Parental controls, all right, whatever. Anyways, HDMI cable, ultra high speed. We love that. We love high speed things. All right, set that off to the side. Oh, look at that. They added these little grips too. These are nice, actually. I like that they're color matched to the controllers. That's pretty cool. Okay. All right, let's set this box off to the side. All right, what do we got here? What do we got here? All right. If you want to play with both Joy-Cons connected together, classic controller style, you got this thing. I'm glad this thing's actually included because usually they make you pay extra for this kind of stuff. And man, these pricings are outrageous nowadays. I paid way too much for this. All right, we got the power brick, which is nice actually that it disconnects from the actual cord, USB-C. We love that. We love that. All right. And then obviously here you have the cable as well, USB-C from both ends. So if you're dumb, don't matter. Whichever end you plug in, it'll work. All right. And then finally, I believe this is the dock. Let's see what this puppy looks like. Okay. Don't know if I like this more than the original, but honestly, it's probably gonna be standing behind the TV anyways. Not many people will see it. As long as it's functional, right? That's all we need. All right, well, that is all the items that we have in the box, let's take a closer look at the tablet. Whoops, almost dropped it. Anyways, let's first of all see how these new Joy-Cons attach to the tablet. I know they have a new mechanism here, and I'm curious how it works. Oh my gosh. That is actually extremely satisfying. Let's try it again. Oh yeah, all right. Let's take a closer look at the tablet here. We have the power button, volume. What is this? This is our game card slot. Okay, I don't want to break it. Oh, interesting. Kind of like slides out, pulls up and out. A little different than the original. We have a headphone jack and USB-C. And then on the bottom, we have USB-C and just our speakers. Now, one thing I saw in the advertisement was the stand, and it kind of looked cheap to me. Let's take a look, let's see how it feels. I mean, it's a little flimsy. You obviously probably don't want to be too rough with it. But I mean, I guess it gets the job done, right? Definitely kind of prefer the OLED one, the OLED stand. But this one will have to do. Anyways, let's boot this thing up and take a look at what we are working with. There we go. Nintendo. Not sponsored, but they could if they want. Anyways, Nintendo Switch 2.
A few moments later.
All right, I did not want to bore you guys with the setup process. Honestly, it was very simple, just typical things. What's your region, time, Wi-Fi, all that stuff. The one downside was this thing's brand new and it came with an update. So that took a while. That'll depend on your internet speed. But anyways, now that the update is finally completed, we can start doing a system transfer. If you have another Switch and you want your data to transfer over, we can do that before starting a system transfer. I do not have a micro SD, so we will skip that. Now, side note on the micro SD, actually, I did not find it earlier, but off camera, I looked and they actually implemented it very secretly underneath the stand, which is kind of cool. It's right here. So just so you guys know, if you guys want to expand your storage, that's where it goes. All right, now let's get into this transfer. All right, sign into Nintendo. All right, now that we're signed into Nintendo, it says move the system and the source system close to the transfer data. Here I have my old system. Actually, just take a quick little moment to compare the two. So the screen is larger. Let's actually turn this one on just so we can see. Okay. So the screen is larger on the new one, which is nice. And earlier I was talking about the stand. So the stand on this one, I think is probably a little bit more high quality, a little bit more durable. But yeah, okay. Let's jump into this transfer. Next, connect an AC adapter to start downloading data. And we are back now. The transfer process has been completed. We had to go off camera for that because actually each switch requires a AC power connection. So we had to find a place with where we can connect both switches to the outlet, which was kind of annoying. But anyways, we got that done. So now that the transfer is complete, let's see what we have here. Setup complete. To go to home, press home. All right, cool. Nintendo Switch 2. We get it. Come on now. All right. This is my first look, and honestly, it is literally identical to the old UI. Let's take a look here. That is literally no innovation whatsoever, copy and paste. Nice job, Nintendo. Oh my gosh, did I actually just pay all that money just to get the same experience? I did. I am a fool, but hey, Nintendo loves fools. Anyways, just kidding. All right, all my games are on here now. Everything is transferred. That is cool. Okay. Unfortunately, there's not much to explore, as the UI is, like I said, basically the same. One thing actually that I did want to mention is the screen on the OLED looks a lot sharper. I don't know if you can tell on camera, but it definitely does look a lot sharper than the current one, because I don't think this is an OLED panel, unfortunately. Still good quality. Maybe need to put up the brightness a little bit, screen brightness. I mean, yeah, there we go. Let's take a look. I mean, yeah, not as sharp, that is for sure, but still looks good, and it's bigger. Okay. Let's actually also take a look at the controllers here. They have a really cool, I'm gonna put this guy to sleep. They have a really cool mechanism on how you take them off of the tablet. There's these two triggers here on both sides. You click the trigger and it just pops right off. As you remember, these are magnetic. Boom, satisfactory, baby. Let's go. Bam. All right, that's all we have for the Switch. Let's jump into our Switch that we have for the giveaway. So, how can you be the proud owner of this Nintendo Switch 2? Well, let me tell you. Down in the description below, I will have an eBay listing where for $750, this Nintendo Switch can be yours. That's right, my friends. This special edition, Sam Kovalev Special Channel Nintendo Switch 2 can be yours if you decide you want to have it. All right, once again, link down in the description for the eBay listing for this Nintendo Switch. There is limited stock, there's only one, so make sure to go down there, okay? Never said it was free. Gotcha. Anyways, guys, final thoughts on the Switch 2. Is it worth buying? Is it worth the $450 or the $500 if you want the Mario Kart bundle? Honestly, I can't say it is worth it. If you already have the regular Nintendo Switch OLED, honestly, you can probably keep it. I wouldn't be surprised if after a little bit they release the OLED version for this one. If you have YouTube money like me, maybe go for it. If you are a fan, if you love the game, if you want to play Mario Kart World and you think it's worth it, maybe get it. But other than that, I cannot recommend it personally. Honestly, I got played. Anyways, special shout out to my cameraman, Dave.
It's really my pleasure, honestly.
Thank you, Dave. Let's peep the clap setup. This is how we got our shots. That's right, that's right. Dedication, baby, dedication. Anyways, let's close this out. Guys, like, comment, share. We're gonna go big if the algorithm lets us, okay? Honestly, you guys probably will never see me again, okay? If the algorithm doesn't take off, if this doesn't like go big, if this video doesn't hit, I'm donezo, all right? Anyways, hate comments are encouraged. Cut to black.